And so we started to
Yeah.
do monthly events actually in 2012, 2013, monthly events, just bringing the families together. And we would have birthday cakes for all the children because they don't have homes and spaces to have celebrate their birthday. So we'd have joint birthday parties. We would do games. We even would do themes like we had Irish Day, we had the British Day, we did the American Day. And I remember the old ladies going, oh, yeah, the American sweets are much sweeter than the British scones, for example. And these conversations, we were facilitating that space where they could let loose and smile and laugh and
Right.
reconnect.
And I think, yeah, I think something very interesting is that I remember the connections that you had, Angela, or I don't know how we got people to donate beers, wines. Different companies began pouring things in. And so the local people began experiencing another world, really, because it was like their world was taken away. It was gone. There was nothing left. But here, all of a sudden, this outpouring of care and practical support from people from all over the world was flooding in and kind of helping them to kind of feel that they're not alone and that not what was taken away was being replaced by something in some in a small manner kind of help them. So that was
That
I
reminds me.
remember the old I
No, go
remember
ahead.
the old people that you were mentioning because we had some beer donated from Ireland and they were sitting in there at the table reading the label in English of these beers and they were all like, wow. Anyway, just little things that made that night was really special.
Yeah, something on that note is like I would often have to go in for tea and pickles to chat with some of these local leaders to find out how they're doing in order to make the distribution system and the projects run smoothly. And they always wanted to serve something. And then I remembered, I think this is a year in, they were like, "Oh yeah, we've used olive oil to make the tsukemono." And so what Dad was talking about, yeah, everything was taken away, and then suddenly they're trying to piece it back together, and it is coming from so many different spaces. And we were really just the point person because like I would be going back to Tokyo and coming back to Minami Sandiku and Erwin Aomori and to Minami Sandiku. And I would just go to meeting after meeting after meeting and people would introduce me to someone else and they would be like, oh, that's great. Yeah, here, have some beer or have some backpacks or have this box of shoes. And then I'd be like, okay, great. I know who we can give these to. And then kind of worked like that.
That's wonderful. So I'm showing pictures from the 2012 Christmas party. It looks like you've got so many local people really actively involved in organization, helping cook the food. It's not just you guys coming in from the outside. It's really a lot of local effort. Is that right?
Yes, 2012, we had been doing those community events, and then September came, and they came to me. I remember because I was so shocked, and they were like, can we do the Christmas party again? And then they were the ones who were like, yeah, we can do this part. Can you do that? And then we just brainstormed together, and then it was like, so the first party was like 120 people, and then this was boom, it was like 450, like max capacity of the hall. Yeah, and they
They
did a
moved
lot.
us into the big hall.
Yeah, they moved us upstairs into the giant hall. And so, yeah, then from then on, it was always a collaborative effort between, many different stakeholders, including the hotel, local business owners, and then the community leaders.
And was it from this year that you started collaborating with international schools to get kids around Japan writing messages and giving the stockings?
So we were always collaborating with schools into the international schools, like from the middle of 2011, and also the Misawa military base. We always had families coming down. The card component, again, comes from a really personal place. So my mom keeps all the beautiful holiday cards from her relatives, and she decorates the house with them at Christmas.